Sathya Sai Speaks, Volume 7, Chapter 4. The Trail of Wings. What Indra Devi has said is nothing new in this country and for us. In fact, she learnt the elements of yoga here and she is making many lives happy and peaceful in the West through yoga. Her campaign of light in darkness is only the Sanatana Dharma ideal of Tamoso ma Jyotirgamaya. From darkness lead me into light. It is really surprising that anyone should train people in concentration. For without concentration, no task can be accomplished by man. To drive a car, shape a pot on a wheel, weave a design, weed a plot of land. All these jobs require single-minded attention. To walk along life's highway, which is full of hollows and mounds, to talk to one's fellow men who are of manifold temperaments. All these require concentration. The senses have to be reined in so that they may not distract or disturb. The brain must not go wool gathering. The emotions must not color or discolor the objectives one seeks. That is the way to succeed in concentration. Yoga is chitta vritti nirodha, the cutting off of all agitations on the lake of one's inner consciousness. Nothing should cause a wave of emotion or passion on the calm surface or in the quiet depths of one's awareness. This state of equanimity is the hallmark of jnana, spiritual wisdom. Sadhana, spiritual discipline, is the drug, and vichara, inquiry, is the regimen that will cure man of all waywardness and agitation. Become aware that you are the light. The process of meditation on the light of the lamp which Indra Devi has told you has to be understood thus. First feel that you are in the light. Then proceed to the realization that the light is in you. Later, become aware that you are the light, no more, no less. But it is easier and better to project the light which you first visualize within you to the outside world, illumining more and more of the world and visualizing them all as soaked in the divine glory that is in you too. When you feel you are the light, you will have no weight. Everything will be bright. That is why on the Prashanti flag, the Atma Jyoti is represented as emanating from the Hridaya Kamala, when the lotus blooms at the first touch of the rays of the sun, jnana. You can have other things besides light to overcome the darkness, anything that awakens the awareness of the universal, the infinite, the immanent, the transcendent, the all-pervasive, vast Brahman is beneficial. You can have some form of the universal, like Krishna, whose blue color is redolent with the vast, deep sky or sea. Contemplate on that form, picture it in your mind, spend time slowly and with full attention on that holy picturization. Peacock feather, the kasturi, black dots, the brows, the eyes, the nose stud of pearl, the mouth, lips, teeth, the flute. Oh, you can spend hours painting him on the canvas of your heart. Your attention will wander far in the initial stages, but do not lose heart. It is a very profitable exercise to sublimate your thoughts and feelings. Every minute spent in this dhyana will take you one step nearer to liberation. Nearer Moksha Puri, the city of God, of freedom from bondage. Take everything as the will of the Lord. You are forsaking your real mother and attaching yourselves to the maids who fostered you. Your real mother is Sai, who has affection untouched by ego. That is why Ramakrishna cried out for her and for her grace. There is in everyone an inner urge goading him forward to the merger in his own reality. As a river is led along to the sea by the compulsion of the flow, the pendulum will swing from right to left only when you wind the clock. Leave off winding, it will come to a halt. So too, the mind will waver from right to wrong, from mirth to moan, only when you urge it on and encourage it. Desist from winding the mind, it will cease its antics. Do not count your tears of pain, do not pour over your griefs. Let them pass through your mind as birds fly through the sky, leaving no trail behind, or as flames and floods appear on the screen in a picture house, without damping the screen. You must not lose heart when you are disappointed. Perhaps your wish itself was wrong, or its realization may have landed you in worse situations. Anyway, it is the will of the Lord, and He knows best. Disappointments and distress are like the skin of the plantain to protect the taste and allow the sweetness to fill the fruit. In such dire straits, let your mind dwell on the splendor of the Atma and its majesty. That will keep you alert and brave. The antics of the senses and the mind can be arrested by the whip of Atmajnana, wisdom of the true self. Prayers to be offered daily. Do this concentration of your reality every day in dhyana. Follow the same rigorous routine every day. Time, place, duration, method, pose, all being unchanged. Then the disturbing factors can be easily humbled and tamed. As Ramakrishna said, do not dig a few feet in a number of different places and moan that you could not strike water. Dig in one place steadily and with faith. The boring drill goes down into the very underground spring of water. Drill Ram, Ram, Ram continuously, steadily, and you too can get the rewarding result of realization. Ram is the name of the drug. The disease will not be affected in the least when you simply repeat the name of the drug. It is only when the drug is taken in that the disease gets scared and packs up to leave. As the jerks to the body, the japam, contemplative repetition of sacred words, is to the mind. Jerks tone up the body. Japam tones up the mind and drives out the evil viruses from it. The heart is the pot. Intelligence is the churning rod. Sadhana, spiritual practice, is the process of churning, and realization is the butter gained. If you plead that you have no time to spare for japam and dhyanam, I will say that it is but laziness that makes you argue so. How can any lower task claim the time that is legitimately the right of the one task for which man is born? Rise every day as if you are rising from death. Say, thus I am born. Make me speak soft, sweet words. Make me behave coolly and comfortingly towards all. Let me do deeds that shower happiness on all, and form ideas in my mind which are beneficial to all. May this day be worthwhile by thy service. Pray like this, sitting on your bed before you start the day's schedule. Remember that pledge throughout the day. When you retire at night, sit up and examine quickly all the experiences of the day. See whether you have caused pain or displeasure to anyone, by any word or deed. Then pray, I am now dying and falling into your lap. Pardon me for any lapse. Take me under your loving shelter. After all, sleep is a short death, and death a long sleep. Train yourself to awaken when Brahma Muhurtam begins, that is to say, at 3 a.m. You may require an alarm clock at first for the job, but soon the urge for dhyana will rouse you. Do not take a bath before you sit for dhyana, for the ritual of the bath will arouse the senses and you will be too full of pulls in different directions for the process of dhyana to succeed. Regularity, sincerity, steadiness, these will reward you with success. Prashanti Nilayam, January 22nd, 1967. When the mind of man is unattached to the ups and downs of life, but is able to maintain equanimity under all circumstances, then even physical health can be assured. The mental firmament must be like the sky, which bears no mark of the passage through it, of birds or planes or clouds. Sri Sathya Sai Baba.